Hi, this is Bill James, and thank you for taking the 10 minutes to have a look and see how suitable I might be for your event, for your conference, for your workshop. We specialise in showing people who don't like to sell how to sell, especially very technical people, such as those people you're about to see from the Arch-Gola conference, and a special thank you to them for letting us use this material. The second 2/3 of the conference were totally interactive. We had these guys up role-playing and loving it. But the first part was setting the scene. Like a lot of technical people, they were not comfortable with the idea of selling, so our job was to make sure we brought some great ideas to the table. And what you're seeing is a collection of just snippets from that first third about how we interact, the humour, and the sort of stuff that we show them. We don't aim for standing ovations. We aim for people leaving thoughtful, thinking they can do it.
I've been in front of Fortune 500 speakers for many events, and Bill, you're definitely one of the best ones I've come across. Thanks.
I've been sitting here since 9 AM this morning. I'm fully pregnant. I'm still sitting forward. I'm still engaged. I'm still interested in what you have to say, and thank you very much.
But how do we actually make wow factors that make clients go, look, I don't care what the other guy, I want you. And then finally, look at an area that upsets just about everybody. The ones when they come up go, yes, but. And I don't think there's many of us in the room that don't go, ooh, you know, oh, here it comes. You're not as good as, you're not as cheap as, you don't have that, whatever it is. The yes, but. That if you're not trained in it, she just comes and kicks the feet out from under you and down you go. And you, use your response, okay. Those are going to be kind of our three areas of the day. And the promise is that you'll come out of here knowing how you can make the most of who you are. You'll come out of here understanding how to make a customer when you walk out the door go, awesome, I really like that. I think they're the ones. Which, by the way, also gets rid of most of the yes, but moments. Right? So, guys, seriously, what is the first word that comes to your mind when I say salesman? Sharp, pushy. Well, I'm in a good place. All right, any more? But you are in absolute control. No one can tell you how to sell. Because at the end of the day, you'll take the ideas from this and use the ones you want. It's your business and it's your integrity. You should never, ever compromise that. Those things, the enemy of great is being good. Being so good at being good that you're afraid to become great. But if I let go of this, it's a nice living, I'm doing okay, I've got enough. Why would I risk this? We're okay. The difference between that and a magnificent future world for yourself and your family is good. The enemy of great is actually being so good you can't leave it. What is actually more successful is to ask questions. Instead of going, I can't do that, turn it around and go, how do I do that? And so today we're going to do nothing but ask questions. You say, oh, but when they come up with price, I don't know how to answer it. The real thing is to go, well, how can I answer it? Look, I don't want to increase my business because I'm comfortable, I've got my balance of life, I've got enough time with my family, I've got enough money coming in, I'm in a good place. Okay, so the real question is, so how do I keep my balance of time? How do I keep enjoying what I'm doing but actually still increase the money? How do I keep the good stuff and add more good stuff? Because when you start to ask questions like that, you start to find the answers. So at that point, I became a trumpet player. So we came over to New Zealand, I did a tiny bit more singing, put it away, and I started playing the trumpet. Right? There were clues that I'd made a mistake. Right from the get-go. You know, if you spend 6 years on book 1 and don't get past page 18, there's a clue, isn't there? I belonged to the Takapuna City Silver Band. I became the banner boy. Even when we played indoors where there was no need for a banner, my role was to stand next to the banner. And do you know, bless me, I never worked it out. Thick-skinned as a rhinoceros. What can I tell you? If you're a first-rate apple, be a first-rate apple because you're a third-rate plum. Right? You are who you are. And this is the thing, when a client picks up that you're not who you are, what's their reaction? Wow. Too many people put on this sales jacket they think they need to wear because of the perception they have about what sales is. You know, here's the reality. If you think sales is conning people and pushing them in where they don't want to go, and you've got an internal problem with that, how can you be good at it? But if in your heart of hearts you know that you've got the best product, and you know you can do a great thing, and you know this house would look amazing with what you've got on the back, all you've got to do is let that out, and you're a winner. Anybody had a real estate agent come around and you've seen the card and there's ladies here, please forgive, but it seems to be, and here's this fairly nice looking 40-year-old lady, and the one that turns up is a grey-haired 55-year-old something. Sure. First thing you do is go, huh? You just instantly go, it's not right. Peacocks are great at going, hi. They're great at opening. The trouble you've got with peacocks is they're actually fairly shallow. Sorry, I actually mean that in the nicest possible way, and I am one. But I get like 12 cards. You know, I go around a network event, I pick up 20 cards and meet lots of people, and I get back and I go, oh, I've got to do something with them now. And listen. It's actually not about you going in and going, hi, hey, we've got cannabis. Let me show you cannabis. I've got a cannabis here. This is yellow, this is blue, this is green, this is one. This is timber. Person the other end is going, oh. Did it ever occur to you, you might actually stop and go, what would you like? Today, and I said, I want to get rid of the caravans and I want a series of kind of cool huts around. She showed me a hut made like a V-dub combi. It's exactly like a V-dub combi, except it's 8 meters by 2 meters. It's a hut. It is awesome. Right? She was very silly to show this to me because I just saw it and went, how cool would it be when people walk on our section and go, what's that? It's a hut. You're kidding me. I've got to see that. I'd like that. I'm a guy. I have ego things happening here. Right? And how cool would that be to have? I want it. It's the whole nature of why delicatessens have food. It's why there are sweets around the counter. Because we're actually geared to react emotionally before we are geared to act logically. The first little technique we've got is one called ask permission. Now, especially for the eagles and especially for the peacocks who like to do all the talking. But everyone likes you to ask to involve them. They want to feel like they're in control. You basically hand them back control of the conversation and they give it back to you in just a split second. And here's how it looks. So, first one. Okay, I need to look at the site. Reasonable? But you're not giving them any commitment or any part of this. All we've got to do is ask if it's okay to look at the site. So how can we alter this? So that we ask permission to look at the site instead of just assume it's time to look at the site. What can you say? Would it be okay if we looked at the site? Yeah, are you able to show me the site? Would that be all right? This is not a hard technique, and all the techniques we're going to show you are this simple. But what happens is if I go, would it be okay if we looked at the site now? I've involved you back. I've given you, you're the boss, right back on your lap. And your clients love it. And it's a really powerful thing. People go, I really like this one. You know, I felt like I kind of had something to do with this. I felt like I made the decision. But one time when they won't hand it straight back to you. When do you think that might be? If you haven't covered a specific point and they've got a question or there's an objection or some resistance, you say, so, look, that's how they're put together. Does that all make sense? Could I move on to the next bit? Look, there is one question. The only time they won't hand it straight back is if there's something you haven't answered properly. And you know what? You need to know what those are, don't you? Because if you don't answer all the questions, you don't get the sale. Is that? So this is a lovely technique because if they turn around and go, well, actually, look, there is one thing, you give them lots of opportunities through your conversation to go, could I just ask, hang on, you missed that. No, you didn't answer that. It gets rid of all those horrible objection things that might stop you later as you're going through. Now, that sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Okay? Does this sound like a nice, simple technique? Why don't we find out? You'll see on your page that you've got a few more questions. What do you think active listening is? Pretend you're enjoying listening. But pretend you're... Oh, okay. People actually get that. My mum is, forgive me, Mum, a bit of a shocker. We give her a present and she goes, oh, that's nice. And she just doesn't get that we can hear that. You sure you like it, Mum? Oh, no, it's fine. Sealed off an hour later when she comes up and says, did you keep the receipt? Oh, you got a mum like that? Right. Level, it's as simple as actually sounding like and looking like you are paying attention. And that might mean, you know, so talk. Uh-huh. Talk. Okay. That little nod, that little, oh, okay. That would look good. For goodness sakes, try not to get too jargony with all this. You know, they say we have twin-plated chrome-handled underflankers that connect this to that. Because people are sitting there going,
I've been in front of Fortune 500 speakers for many events, and Bill, you're definitely one of the best ones I've come across. Thanks.
I agree that you're a great speaker. I mean, I've been to a few conferences before too, and after a couple of years you think, oh, I wish you'd hurry up and finish. But you've gone on for 8 hours and I'm really impressed. It's fantastic speaking.
You've had me sitting here since 9 a.m. this morning. I'm fully pregnant. I'm still sitting forward. I'm still engaged. I'm still interested in what you have to say. And thank you very much.